What's going on, YouTube? Just really wanted to come on here. Brother Travis Miller here with Hiram's Ministries, but I wanted to come on and talk about it. And I didn't want to come on with a title. I wanted to really bring this message before the people, whoever, on YouTube, hell on a replay, but I wanted to really share this on what God had showed me last night. Well, as I was sleeping, God speaks to me heavily in dreams. And so I'm in my city, and there were several. We were like walking around. It was like probably about 4 or 5 people with me. So I'm in my city, and as we're walking around, we're trying. We for some reason we were in a hurry. This is what God is showing me now. First off, let me just say this: in my dreams, I dream every night. You know how most people dream every now and then. My dreams, I dream every single night, and my dreams are vivid. My dreams are like in color. So as I'm in this dream, and we're wandering, me and it was like for like 5 other people. But as I noticed, as we were walking, we would lose somebody. So one of the young ladies that was with us, she called to ask the other man, other one of the younger guys. She was like, "Where are you?" And on the end of the phone, she had it on voicemail. You could hear he was like, like he was in pain or something. She was like, "Where'd you go? We're looking for you." So he was still in pain for whatever reason. We were in a panic. We were in a hurry, but she was on the phone trying to get in touch with him, right? So we finally get in touch. We're like, "Well, something's not right. Let's go find him." So we go to where this young man is at. So we're like in a parking lot somewhere, some strange area that didn't look familiar. And what I saw the young man, one of the young ladies walked up with him to try to get him to come with us. And he was cursing and going off and irate. She was like, "What's wrong with you? Like, what's going on?" All of a sudden, this guy, he went from one thing to another. He was a nice guy. Then he snapped out and went to another. Then we come back over. I told her, "Go ahead and get in the car," because this guy was irate. So there was another guy. As I get in the car and she gets in the car, I have my windows down. And there's another guy just kind of yelling in the car, just yelling like irate for no apparent reason. But then this is the crazy part. This is where it gets demonic. I saw another guy that was sitting on the other side, but he had a calm demeanor, but he had gray eyes. It was like a dark gray. I mean, when I tell you this was so realistic, it didn't look like something you would see in a movie. This was realistic. Like this man had dark gray eyes, and then he was sitting there talking, but he had an arrogant mannerism, like you ain't me, and like he was talking, having a conversation to us, and we don't even know what he's talking about, but he was talking in like such a calm manner, but he looked demonic, his countenance. And this what I believe what God was actually saying, what's going to happen to the people in this hour. There's going to be such a strong demonic force. This is what I sense God saying. There's going to be a strong demonic force that's going to jump on the people. Their countenance is going to change. These people are going to wake up, you know what I mean, and just be full blown demonic, barbaric. There's going to be so much craziness going on. It's going to be like people, they're going to be literally changing overnight. Hear me on this. And this is something that God revealed to me, because I'm like, Lord, what in the world is going on in the time? If you look, we're in a time where there's so much chaos. There's confusion. You got the virus going on. You got politics in this corner. You got people dying in incidents. You got murder happening here. What's happening now? We haven't seen the worst of it. So what God is doing right now is God is sending a message to warn the people. Warning comes before destruction, right? What I believe God is doing, God is sending a warning for us to begin to pray, because it's going to get dark in an hour like this. And one thing about this, when it gets dark, people want the light. This is why we have to be the light. Christ said, so I am the light of the world. He also said in his word, as I am, so are you. So we got to begin to pray for the people, pray for your children, because I believe the things that's going to hit this nation is going to be so demonic. It's going to transform the people. I believe portals are going to be open. I believe demons are going to be running rampant. I think this is the hour that we really need to pray. One thing about an oracle of God, I come to declare what God is speaking. I'm not just speaking from, what I mean, just grabbing something that I heard from YouTube or grabbing something from this apostle or that prophet. I don't believe that because I walk in the office. Do you understand? So when God speaks something to me, I have to be obedient and release this. We have to pray for covering in this hour. Those who abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Do you understand? We got to get in that place. We got to be covered by God in this hour. Listen, begin to pray against demonic attacks against the people, your family, children, whatever, y'all. We have to pray. This is a serious message. So I really want to come on here and release this. Listen, I'll be back with many more messages, all right? Be blessed.